Hello, my dear friends. Operator.starsky here together with Aziza. Hello, Aziza, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm I'm fine. Nothing bad can happen to me except of I don't know. Unfortunate spoiled sushi, will kill me. Um, my dear friends, Aziza is a Ukrainian Crimean Tatar singer currently in Kiev, and it's a big pleasure to introduce you to Aziza. And today she will tell her story. She will tell about her journey in Ukraine as a singer and composer and activist in the wartime country. First of all, it's a big pleasure to see you, Aziza, of course, and also our dear family and friends there in the chat. We already have quite a few people watching us. Can you please talk a bit about yourself? What do you do? Where you come from? And things like that. Well, you know what to say.
Yeah, of course. Hello, I'm Aziza. Thank you so much for this time together. I'm very happy and it's honor for me. I'm I'm Crimean Tatar first of all. I'm artist, musician, singer, performer, but most of all I'm a musician and I'm creating the music, and the music is my instrument of of creation this time, and my instrument of resistance and fighting for um, freedom of my nation, freedom of Ukraine, of Crimea. Mm, and of course I'm human, and I'm friend of all people from the free world, and I think my mission is uniting of different worlds of mm, visions, because in this time we have to be together and we have to fight together, and because this time is time of the changes, and if we will not be together, it will be end for my life, for life of my mother, parents, my nation, and my country.
Do you believe that through a song you can express more than just verbally?
Of course, um, my music my songs have a lot of levels of understanding. So it could be small story about person, story about nation in same moment, story about spirit. But in many examples, when I'm singing my songs, and for example in Crimean Tatar language, in for example Ukrainian, I listen in this music, and they said to me that uh, they don't know language, they don't understand the directly meaning of the songs, but they understood everything, because music is always something that touch you directly, touch your heart, touch your mind, touch everything. It can explain this time without words. That is why I like music, because it's international language. Through the music, you can explain a lot of things that you can not you can't explain with the words.
I absolutely agree with you. By the way, which of your own songs do you consider your absolutely favorite? And if possible, can you play some of them?
Of course, yeah. My favorite songs are very new songs, but I like all my music, so I will sing for you a song that I think it will be perfect for this time. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. шматок зими. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Лише одне врятувати може свободу. Крізь брехню, кров і смерть повертається сенс поетів. Не продати супокій шлунку тих, хто з'їдає майбутнє. Перестань закривати очі і побач, гора зустрічає сонце. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Flag of freedom. Вбирай життя серед морку, проданих за рай домівок. Повертайся додому у дзеркалах, нічого не бійся, зневіри в пам'ять. Відповідь болю на ринку рабів ти час. Ти той, хто створює волю, ти час. Ти той, хто створює волю. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Freedom is a name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Flag of freedom. Freedom is the name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Freedom is the name, its name is Ukraine. Ukrainian flag is a flag of freedom. Flag of freedom.
God.
Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine.
Bravo, bravo. Oh my God! It was amazing. I'm literally, I have goosebumps. We had some f up with the sound levels. They started like going up and down, but I think it's literally because you overwhelmed my computer probably just a bit. It was amazing and it was impressive and. People in the chat say that some of them, of course, didn't understand the words because you sang in Ukrainian as well. But they say we understand everything. Can you tell us a bit about this song? How did you make it?
In the beginning, I didn't play on the guitar on keyboard, and it was just time when I see the music everywhere in the geometry, in the movements, in the colors. So that is why I'm also artist. But step by step, because of different changes in my life, I begin to play on the keyboard and on the guitar, and just through the keyboard, through my voice, I like try to like feel the time. So people inspired me, time, different changes, melody inside of me, and just I love to do it. And when I begin to play on the instrument, the music came to me. So I music with lyrics sometimes, and then um, song can born. And this song was created in the beginning of full scale war. So it just first month of the full scale war, this song appeared. For example, if you talk about this song.
Yeah, yeah, it feels very inspiring. Do you also have songs with the guitar?
Yeah, yeah. I have sung in Crimean Tatar language also, and I hope you will understand it too.
That will be so cool to hear. And by the way, I've never had anything like that on my channel. Nobody performing for the dear viewers. I hope they will appreciate it big time. Okay, so
Thank you.
yeah, please go on.
Kırılmayana can gibi babaannenden soray faydasın daha namlın omuzuna başını mayıştıran evge kayıp sorgun düşüncelerde kayıp canda kayıp benim konuşum dünya acıp vermek için men özümü absolut karanlıkta taptım kimim adım ne benim lafımda nasıl hatırlamak ben senden sebep sakla ben senden sebep sakla I'm alive because of you I'm alive because of you I'm alive because of you I'm alive I'm alive I'm alive yaşlığın birinci nur kartı yaralarını düzelir bugün sen bütün yol oz ayaklarının geçersin hatta yorulup duymayacaksın kimim adım ne benim lafımı nasıl hatırlamak ben senden sebep sakla ben senden sebep sakla I'm alive because of you I'm alive because of you I'm alive because of you I'm alive I'm alive I'm alive because of you ben babamın ulu sesi men yoklamahan anamın metinligim kırım bukar özlerinen çal saçnen bala bu bala deniz dalalarnen azat olsun kimim adım ne benim lafımı nasıl hatırlamak kimim adım ne Завдяки тобі я жива, завдяки тобі ми живі, завдяки тобі ми живі, ми живі, ми живі.
This was fantastic. And by the way, together with me, oh my God, Rick the Ukrainian also here with us. You have our applause. Thank you so much. Such a touching song. Rick, hello. How are you doing, my friends?
Hi, my friend. I'm doing good, thank you. Aziza, good to see you. And as always, your voice makes me and my heart, how do you call that? Uh, sing. Yeah. Thank you, Aziza. Good to see you. By the way, I don't see you here through this app that Starsky is using. That's the slightest, what? Problem. Starsky, do you know if there's a chance to also Aziza make Aziza visible for me? What do you think?
Literally on a YouTube, bro. I think, or you can do something in your like there in your app in your gadget, because otherwise, I literally don't know. Okay, how the hell do I remove myself? I'm like traveling from left to right on the screen. Oh my god. Let's do something like this. Okay, guys. Now I have you on both on my screen. All right. This was an absolutely amazing song, and I don't know how to describe what I feel when I hear it. I hear, I feel something similar when I hear, for example, Jamala with her song that she sang at the Eurovision, and your song is just that powerful. It just overwhelms. What is the story behind this song? Can you tell us?
Um, this story or this song about my life, about my way to my identity, to my homeland, to my language, and it's also a song about a lot of great feel of gratitude to new generations that are fighting for freedom, independence, and give me opportunity to be myself, and also for all generations that fought in the past and give all own life for this opportunity to be Crimean Tatar, to be Ukrainian, to be free person. So this song also has different levels of understanding. Kimim adumne, who I am and what is my name, what is my language. So this is a song about colonization and decolonization of my inner world and world outside.
This is so beautiful. I think people must understand that when you listen to Crimean Tatar songs, you listen to the songs of people that were deprived of their motherland, of their cradle twice during during 20th century and 21st century, during Stalin times, and now terror Russians are trying to do the same. That's why when I listen to these songs and your song, I literally I can feel goosebumps. Um, that is something amazing. Do you have anything else to sing for our for our viewers?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Rick, I will hide you temporarily, but
Yeah,
but
of
you're
course.
still there.
No problem.
Реальність не гарна, тому не чекай мене завтра. Реальність брудна і ховає криваві дороги. Реальність старезні руки ховає в кишенях. Реальність цілує мене, щоб я забувся. In reality, we are in ruin. In reality, I'm not exist at all. At all. In reality, we are in ruin. In reality, I'm not exist at all. негарно, тому не чекай мене завтра. Лише сьогодні закриваю двері, щоб відкрити душу Богу. На землі багато сліз і втоми, заборгованих щастю, ліс горів від вибухів куль твоєї байдужості. In reality, in reality, I'm not existent at all. In reality, I'm not existent at all. Реальність негарна, тому вибачайся без слів. Темний день виголошую вирок. В прірві багато друзів, що відійшли у той світ. Ти невже не побачиш малюнок свій? Реальність не завжди гарна, в усьому ти. Небезпечна душа, що бажає свободи. Візьми в руки зброю, вбий ворога, відображення своє, що готове гвалтувати дитячі мрії, дитячі мрії. In reality, in reality, I'm not existent at all, at all. In reality, in reality, I'm not existent at all, at all. In reality, I disappear in your heart, in your heart, in your heart, in your heart.
Oh my god, it was amazing. Rick, you're muted. We cannot hear you clapping. Very, very good song. And there's so many emotions there in the chat right now, as far as I can tell. Can you tell us about this one? How did you make it? How was it born?
Sometimes the life is full of different feelings. So you can understand that you feel the war, but you feel also just alive with different changes when you meet people who is very important for you. And the song about the reality and about how it's important to be honest with yourself and with the world, because reality can be very difficult, not beautiful, but only reality can help you to be yourself and can help you to be strong and can help you to change this reality to build something new. And for me, it was always first reason, even before the full-scale war, before all these terrible changes, but especially in this time. It's like a message also for our friends that live in another countries, that reality, I see reality in Ukraine now. So if you want to understand about the time in the world, you have to see the Ukraine with open mind, open your eyes and see reality like we have now. So in this moment, we can really do something impossible. We can really change, and we can really be human more, feel more humanity inside of our hearts, and be not indifferent. And it's so important in this time, in any situation, in small meetings and in big meetings with our philosophies, cultures. It's so important to be not indifferent.
Thank you so much. Rick, what do you say? What is your favorite song?
I hope I'm not muted, by the way.
No, you're not.
That's good. So actually, this one is one of my favorite ones in reality, and I listened to this song on Aziza's concert on her YouTube channel. She's actually, yeah, that's information for everyone, guys. Please subscribe to Aziza's channel. She is doing concerts 2 times a week, sometimes 3, and she is, well, she is providing much better sound because we're doing it right now through the app that Starsky is using. And those apps, whatever app it is always distorting the sound. When you're on Aziza's concert on her channel, you can hear the sound right from the instrument and from the microphone. So it's perfect out there. The sound is going to be much better. I really, regret that we cannot have the full experience right now. But guys, believe me, if you like this music, you will definitely go visit Aziza's channel, and most of those songs that she has are already posted as videos on her channel. It's like 40 songs there or something already. Yeah, so a lot of music there, and some of it was not played here yet, but it's just mind-blowing. In Reality is definitely one of my favorite ones, and there's also Kimim that Aziza played before In Reality. And Aziza, which ones did you play before that, by the way?
Flag of Freedom.
Flag of Freedom. Oh yeah, that's a famous one. Among rollers, especially, they really like that song, and I think all of the supporters of Ukraine will enjoy that one. But I don't like to talk too much. There is still just a few time left for Aziza to sing a few more songs to us, and then she won't be able to do it because her neighbors don't like when she plays music loudly after 10 p.m. It's almost 10 p.m. in Ukraine, so Aziza, I'm giving you the microphone back.
Thank you so much, Rick. You're so amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
So what?
Aziza, so it's your time now. You can use this channel as your stage. Please do, and we will greatly appreciate if you would play something else.
Yes, Starsky, sorry that I didn't give the microphone back to you and gave it to Aziza.
Don't worry, bro. You know that my platform is your platform.
By the way, when Aziza is speaking, you can easily put yourself instead of me on the screen because I'm just sitting and looking at my phone there.
It's fine, bro. You look more gorgeous than me, so I think that you would be a good supplant for this channel, anyways.
Stop flattering, Aziza, please.
Yes, please.
Pride, pride, stay by me on the riverside. Never look the light for spring in the darkest time. The pride has the waves ocean never talks. Inside the water I see my skin black, black. Friend, you never saw my honest heart. You left me, but I'm not alone. Breath means nothing when you serve executioners. So I believe in my heart. So I believe in my heart. Юрикне unutma, sevgilim. Yangan toprak unutma, yangan toprak unutma. Yüreğini unutma, sevgilim. Gerçek ses unutma, gerçek ses unutma. Pride flows at night and day, in the billion stains. Never lose your heart in pain, would be a sword of the truth. On the battlefield, and while you rest, don't forget my words. Keep my fire alive at the moment of loss. Don't cry in the river of despair. Don't cry in the river of despair. Yüreğini unutma, sevgilim. Yangan toprak unutma, yangan toprak unutma. Yüreğini unutma, sevgilim. Gerçek ses unutma, We are the knights. We are the knights. We are the knights of the Black Sea. We are the knights. We are the knights. We are the knights of the Black Sea. Yürek mi unutma sevgilim, yangan toprak unutma, yangan toprak unutma. Yürek mi unutma sevgilim, gerçek ses unutma, gerçek ses unutma. Pride, stay by me on the riverside. Never look the life of spring in the darkest time. The pride has the waves ocean never told. Inside the water I see my skin black, black. One more song for you. Gelir yanaşı, içi dolu çamaşır. Bu ne kadar güzellik, bakan gözler kamaşır. Gelin vereceğim, gelin sana vereceğim. Gelir yan gelir, uzaklardan yar gelir. Seve seve ayrılmak bu yaşlıkta dar gelir. Kendime vereceğim, kendime sana vereceğim.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was amazing. Aziza, I have a question to you.
Okay.
How do you think, has the war stripped anything away from your art? or has it sharpened something? I mean, do you feel like losing something forever in your music due to the war, or do you feel like acquiring something new?
Oh, thank you for a great question because you know this war, it was not only in this time against my nation. So Russian tried to destroy our civilization many centuries. So it was 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300 years ago, and during this big time of genocide, we lose a lot. So we can say that Russian took from my nation time, resource, and development. And of course, this full-scale war in Ukraine, it gave me a lot because there is a big story of colonization of my nation and colonization of myself because my family was Russophile, and a long time I didn't understand that the reason of the a lot of evil that we had during the occupation in 2014 is not only one person like Putin, but it is about Russian culture and how Russian culture, Russian language uh, destroy my nation and myself. And I sang in Russian. I had a lot of Russian like songs in Russian language, and during the full scale war, I this person that was um, before died. I died because even in first months I could not understand how I can live. I really waiting of my death. When first it was really blessings times because in one moment I understood that my life is not so important. So if I, for example, I will die, nothing will change in general. But if my country will disappear, if my nation will disappear, it will be end for everything, even for this world. Because now I understand how Ukraine, in Ukraine, we can see the future of the world, and so it was really feeling that great love to all my nation, all my people, the free people in the world. So it was really great understanding how I want to support everybody and how it's make you free for everything. You and step by step, I realized it. So it was some moments that I saw that art is nothing. So how we can stop the rockets with art? How we can really, how, for example, great genius people can support Putin? How, why religions, philosophy, your great mind could not prevent your chauvinistic thoughts about another nation. But step by step, I realized that if art will be not so important, maybe Russian would not kill a lot of our singers. Like we have Расстреляна Vedrojene, to say it's in English. So we have time when Russian, it was red terror, when Russian killed a lot of our artists, singers, musicians, and then deported all my nation. So in this point, people who can create new ideas, who can really be like mind of the nation, they are dangerous for Russian Empire because how they act, they kill these people, and on this place of these people, they like make famous Russian culture. So how they work, they how they begin to be great culture because they appropriate artists from different nations, and they killed a lot of genius like Stus, for example. Stus could have awards of Nobel Prize, but he died just in Russian concentration camps, and so they kill him and replace him and give another Russian great artist or writer who can be this person who can inspire Europe and United States. So I realized this and begin to work with my identity. I translate all my I stopped to speak in the Russian language. I begin to create music in Ukrainian in English, in Crimean Tatar especially. So Ukrainian language helped me to um, research my own identity and I began to create my songs in my language, in Crimean Tatar language, with new ideas that before you could not find such songs in my language, because Russian took from us really. So my culture of my nation now is in 20th centuries. So we lost a lot of time, and that is why a lot of people try to be conservative, and they could not support something new. And it's so also hard for me to explain people that we need to create something new for really for power of my nation, because if we will be not interesting for this time, we will disappear also. So not only it is important to save our ancient culture, but also important to create something new.
Thank you very much. Can you explain to our viewers how exactly Crimean Tatars different from Ukrainians, for example, and what makes them stand out? Just so people understand.
Yeah, like every year, I realize it more and more that Crimean Tatars and our culture and our world is another civilization that Ukraine. So it was, if maybe you know something about the history, it was Crimean Khaganate. It was Muslim state that was independence a long time. It was how explain our difference. We are we were born in Crimea. We were born through a lot of centuries. We are indigenous people of Crimea. So in our blood, you can find a lot of different, like like nations, peoples like Italian, Greeks, Kipchaks, Kimirian, uh, Turkish people. So it's like mix of different tribes that lived on these territories, and this is why we're so unique, and we have own language from another family group, that Ukrainian and Slavic group of languages, and we are from Turk family of languages. So, but what I think more important to say about such topics that make us together, because a lot of centuries Russian share this propaganda with the world and with Ukrainian, that we are like our ancient were there from the golden horde, and we have destroyed Kievan Rus and something like this, and it's a big lie. And they try to make us like enemies, but in general we have common philosophy, because like Ukrainian with the Cossack state, with the first constitution of Philip Orlik, we have also first institution of democracy. For example, in the 1917, so in the beginning of 20th centuries, we had the first meeting of our parliament, when we organized same rights for women and men, and even women could be presidents and could be leaders. And we have a lot of such interesting ideas for this world. So we were from the Muslim world, but we were from another Muslim world with great ideas of for same rights for the different religions, for same rights for women and men, for same rights for people who live together. So, for example, in Crimea live also another indigenous people like Karaim and Kipchak. Karaim is like absolutely another nation that is near with Jewish people, but they have a different religion and different language near with Crimean Tatar language. And Kipchak, it's Jewish people, and we live always together. So we respect these people all our time of Crimean Khaganate, because we know that they are very smart, and they could really share our culture through the world, can do a lot of good things for our civilization. But Russian destroy us. Russian first time when they occupied it in the time of Russian Empire in 1783. Catherine of the Second occupied Crimea, and it was first time when of Russian terror, and a lot of Crimean Tatar should leave Crimea, had to leave Crimea in Romania, in Turkey, and a lot of millions of Crimean Tatar begin to be like part of this Turkish civilization, and we lost this also our minds, and it also was a tragedy for us. And then when they occupied us like a Red Army, Soviet Army, they again killed. For example, they killed leader of Namanchili Bichihan that share with our people with ideas with same rights for women and men. So they kill these people who can bring something new for Muslim world, and they did it again and again and again. And in this in this direction, we are very similar with Ukrainian, because and we have a lot of common years with Ukraine when we together were fighting against the Moscovite state, because it was not like Russia, because how they stole Ukrainian history and even Ukrainian name. And so I I also can understand that we can be together more when we can understand each other better. And I understood that Crimean Tatar culture is absolutely unique civilization, unique world that I also try to research. And for saving this culture, we have to deoccupy Crimea, because every year by Russian occupation, they destroyed something new. So what they try to do? They try to destroy buildings and the artifacts. Proofs of our power in Crimea, and how that they didn't say that we are indigenous people. They say we are a national minority, and they are like a main nation in Crimea. So this is why, to find this different things between us, we have to occupy Crimea, because I want to also visit these new places, um, my my most important places in my life with new eyes, because I didn't see Crimea with this eyes that I have now, because I was too much Russified before. And for me, Crimea was always like I'm stranger in Crimea, because Russian world and Russian power was so powerful, even in the time of when Crimea was free and was with Ukraine. Russian power and Russian propaganda in Crimea was very big, because Russian didn't say sorry for the crimes that they did in the past. So this new generation of these communists that lived in our houses, they were too much, they they live the life that they don't care about Crimean Tatar, and we just survive in this world.
Absolutely. The biggest reason why Ukrainians and Crimean Tatars have such understanding, even though we are different religion, different culture, but why we can feel so much for each other is because, for example, in Ukraine, 1932, 1933, Russians killed millions of Ukrainians with hunger, and then they brought their ethnic Russian settlers there who went into Ukrainian houses and said, we will be living here, and years after that, they're saying, we are Russian people of Donbass, for example. The same with the Crimean Tatars, 1944, when Stalin, when Russians deported hundreds of thousands of Crimean families from Crimea, and then, or shot them, and then literally Russian nationals walk into those houses where only yesterday Crimean Tatars lived, and their grandkids years after that say Crimea was always Russian, it was always our land. And this is invasion and genocide. Basically, Russia is, though I call Russians like the ISIS of the Slavic world, but they're not only ISIS of the Slavic world, they are ISIS of the world generally, just a different type of ISIS. Aziza, do you think that the sounds of the war have influenced your music, like the sounds of sirens, sounds of shaheds, missiles? Do you think that they had influence on your art?
Of course, it was before the full scale war. I had such you feel sometimes you feel the future before, so you can feel what can happen in the future. So before the full scale war, and even before the occupation of Crimea, I had such feelings, and I created such music, and sometimes people didn't understand me, and they said, you're too much like sad. Why you cannot? Yeah, why you have just joy, like joyful, have the joyful life, and like be happy, dance, and everything will be alright. But when the full scale war began, a lot of people begin to understand me because maybe because it's also my philosophy. I always understood that when you remember about death, it can be tomorrow and yesterday, in the next moment. You can have life more deeper, and you can understand the reason of the life, the real sense of the life. So if we can die tomorrow, how we can live life like without real feelings, how we can be not honest with yourself, if it's like it has no sense. You have to be here with your face, with your real heart, with your real feelings, because it's only one moment to be here, to be a human, to speak with your uh, friends, with your relatives, to be with somebody who is really important for you. So I think the war, it's very painful because uh, it's good when the people can realize about this, not with rockets, with a lot of tragedies days, but sometimes it's really brings something, not how to say good, but it can remind you about you know I really believe in, before a long time ago, I believe in good sides of humanity, in the good sides of the people. And during this war I saw a lot of people with great hearts, legendary people, and this inspired me so much. When I saw when the people help each other, help another person, without the idea that I can have something from this, just because I want to do, just because I want to help. How you cannot fight for this world? How you cannot fight for these people? You want to fight, you want to give everything, because it's beauty of the this humanity, beauty of this time, and you want to save this. Because if you will not, like, I had such idea when please save the best of soldiers of NATO, because Ukrainian soldiers, it's the best soldiers of NATO. We are not a part of NATO, but in fact they are best soldiers, they are best people who can bring in this structure something really great. And if you lose these people, if you will not defend this, if you will not help them, you just kill yourself. You just do something that you like, make suicide, like you it's absolutely crazy. So it's a lot of feelings that begin to part of me. It's like it was before, but it was like, small flame, small like light, and now it's like absolutely big light, because you realize that you can die, you can. uh, you can meet everything in your life, but you want to share in this moment with something very important with people. You want to share with your experience, because you don't want that another nation, another countries will see this. Because if you will be indifferent, if you will not defend this world, you will see this 100% in your home. You will see this rockets near with your house. You will see this, because it was in the past. It was in the past history, and it's so stupid when we just repeat everything, and could not understand real sense of the peace. So peace is not when you make collaboration with aggressor, when you try to be, comfortable for aggressor. But peace is when you fight for truth and for real, precious thing in your life. Because if you lose this, you will your generations, your grandchildren, will have to do it. Will have to do it in any case. You just have to take this responsibility and do your work.
I absolutely agree with you, and I'm trying to understand how what it feels like, for example, when you are a Crimean Tatar and then Russians come to Crimea and deprive you of your land, and you have to move out, otherwise you will be assimilated or tortured or killed, and you move to Ukraine because it's not Crimea but still home, right? It's still Ukraine. And then, after coming to Ukraine and settling there and trying to establish your life, somehow Russia invades Ukraine, the full scale invasion. When the war started, what was going through your mind or your soul in that very moment?
It's very interesting question, because my life was, there is real great people that always understood something, but before the full scale war, I really saw that. So I didn't see that Russian culture is a reason of the Russian war. And long period, think that we need to support Russian opposition, Russian people who are against Putin, and who try to make this rally. And I really believe in this, and I created manifestation. So I created tried to create this album, but it was very also hard to do it without supporting. But I really believe that if, for example, Ukraine with um, will have influence of Russian world. So like destroy this power inside of the Russia, it can help the occupied Crimea. It was my like illusion. It was my last illusion. maybe I will see another like my illusion, but it was one of the big illusion of myself. And when full scale war start, I realized step by step that it is not Putin. Putin is only mirror. It's only a result of Russian philosophy, Russian culture, and even Russian language. And I can say it 100% with power of 100%, because I was exactly that person that defend good Russians before, and I lost a lot of time to do it. I did a lot of mistakes before of this. But step by step, I realized that even these people who are against Putin, they are very imperialistic, and they don't want to reflect own history, own culture. And now they move from the Russian Empire, but they still the instrument of Russian war, of Russian philosophy. They have a lot of supporting, a lot of money. They created own, you know, own understanding of this war, and they are not for Ukrainian. So they try to defend Russian monster. They try to say that Ukrainian are now they are have the mind problems. They are too much aggressive to us. We are against Russophobia. Like we want to defend Russian culture. but it's big mistake of Russian, because in this moment they support and they continue to do this monster, and they will never change in this way. Even the best intellectuals like Karamurza, and another leaders of thinkers, they are very stupid in this way. It's very hard to explain, like how a grandmother in her own region can understand this time more than, for example, thinker that Russian thinker that is speaking in French language, in different languages. He was studied, for example, in universities, in international universities, but he still is part of this terrible power that try to, so they want to be too much loud, and in this way Ukrainian are in silence. Ukraine have not too much money supporting to create, this now in good sense propaganda, to create this messages to the world to explain this. But Russians still have this big diplomacy. And for me, like I begin to be absolutely another person in the understanding that for me, the worst enemies is the good Russians. Because if for example, Putin's Russian have a lot of army, weapons, and we have to fight really a lot of people, because of this stupid people died. But good Russian, they are very smart in another way, and they are fighting with the soft power, and soft power of Russia is very powerful. And that is why I continue to do what I do, because before I saw that we can be friends, but it's like really I could be in our, we have the site peace, Mirotvorets. You cannot make peace with this Russian. It's absolutely illusion, lie. In even in Ukraine, the word "mir," peace with Russian, is like begin to be like a meme. Don't want to have such peace, like like Russian always want like to say, "Головне, щоб був мир." The most important we have the peace, and we also answer the most important not peace of Russia. Uh, Russian peace, because Russian peace is always full of lie, genocide, silent terror, and like how wife of Navalny said it in de facto, de jure, Crimea is a part of Ukraine, but de facto, Crimea is a part of Russia. And you can imagine millions of Crimean people have their Russian passports. So how we can, like, so and she said this with really poker face. It is really truth, but in general, it's like we said. It's like Ausweis in the time of Nazi German. This passport is nothing. It's just a way for the people to live, to have some food, to be not in prison. It's not the ID. It's not the passport. It's but in her mind, and other like leaders of this free world are listening her, and and they believe in her words. And what does it mean that we have to fight? We have to explain people about reality and about it. It's really dangerous if we will be, passive in this moment.
I completely agree with you. I hesitated so much since the beginning of the invasion. The viewers asked me to invite some of the Russian bloggers, like Russian YouTubers. I'm like, why? Like they don't talk. Like it doesn't change anything. Like since 2022, Rick, yes, brother.
Oh, yeah, I was muted. Sorry, man. You continue. I want to add something to that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, since 2022, I believe I only invited like 2 Russian guys. First has the most blue-yellow channel on the internet you can find, and when you look at his channel, you don't really understand like if he Russian or not. And like both of those guys literally either support the Ukrainian defenders or they support the Russian freedom fighters who fight for Ukraine against Putin's terrorists, because I trust only if this person either supports Ukraine or fights for Ukraine. There is nothing else. Karamurza is a freaking imbecile, you know. And generally speaking, the Navalny who was asked to visit, like even not Ukrainian soldiers in like European hospitals, Russian soldiers who also fight against Putin, and she was like, meh, like why? Because to her, they're basically like her opponents, right? She's just like Putin, only a different kind of Putin. But yeah, yes, Rick, you wanted to add something.
Yeah, another imperialist. And Starsky, in regards of Russians and inviting them to the streams, or yeah, I also like did not. The only the only time I had to communicate with so-called good Russian was when you and me visited Frank and Kuhn's stream when they invited that guy, and we could talk to him, and it was such a pleasure to kind of well, you destroyed him. I just a bit like your sidekick kind of helped with that. But he's a typical like Karamurza, Aziza. That guy is like a typical delusional so-called opposition, who is also imperialist, who would not like to see Russia stop being an empire, fallen to pieces. And I was invited by the Russian dude to the interview just a few weeks ago, maybe like 1.5 weeks ago. I saw that you went to that guy and he interviewed you. I didn't watch the interview yet, I'm planning to, but I want to ask you your impression about this guy. And yeah, can you please share what you think? Is it another one with one of the most blue and yellow channels out there?
That's the guy. That's literally the guy. Because when you look at Russian, like when you read the name of the channel, Russian dude, it freaking triggers you, right? You want to throw a grenade. Then when you hear the way he speaks with the Moscow accent, you want to throw 2 grenades, like seriously. But generally, the way he speaks, I don't know, because his channel is more blue yellow than mine, literally, and he says like this is the way it should be. If you support Ukraine, and especially if you are like ethnic Russian, born Russian, supporting Ukraine, this is the way it should look like. You should have your channel blue yellow. You should wear blue yellow things and stuff. So you gotta go to this channel. I highly advise. Plus, he lives in Canada. He actually lost his relatives due to propaganda, to Russian propaganda, because his relatives that are Vatniks hate him for supporting Ukraine and for speaking freely. That is the thing. But be prepared to hear Muscovian accent. This is something so much triggering, because you live your whole life in Ukraine, and the only source of like this, Muscovian accent comes from like 2-legged pigs, literally imbeciles who like shit in your front yard and throw like bottles around and say crap. But this is like a different case. All right, so yeah, so the dude is legit, and he also supports the freedom fighters from Russia who fight for Ukraine, like Legion Freedom for Russia and the Russian Voluntary Corps. Yeah,
financially, so they raise funds for him. For them,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He's walking around like with a proper Russian flag, white, blue, white. So.
You see, the problem with that flag is that that so-called opposition is also using that flag, and it's like, on one hand, the guys from Legion, Freedom of Russia, and Russian Voluntary Corps, they're like, no, actually, Russian Voluntary Corps use their own flag, but anyway, Freedom of Russia and the Siberian Battalion, they spill their blood on the battlefield with that flag on their sleeve, and there are also guys like Navalny who also using that flag in their own interest. So yeah, but okay, in this case, I will definitely respect him wearing that flag. Okay, and thank you, Starsky. This feedback helps. I think I can bear some Russian accent for an hour. It's totally fine. I was a Russian speaker myself before 2022. For fuck's sake, I'm like, and I'm only after 2022 I understood that it's vital to speak your own language and not using Russian, because Russians used that language to replace our language for centuries, and they did not succeed. So um, we need to multiply the number of people who speak Ukrainian and speak Russian less. So, Aziza, thank you for also being so inspiring and so I don't know, amazing and honest and soulful, as Rollers told in the chat when you were speaking, like that you can see that you're talking from your heart and that you're very honest and open. And if only I could see you now without a delay, but I can see you with a delay. You're smiling, so yeah, I think I get it right. But last thing I want to say, and then shut up and let you and Aziza speak again, because today the stream should be about Crimea, about Crimean Tatars, and about her beautiful art and music. Guys, Aziza needs to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And you understand why. She needs to get monetized. She is active on her YouTube channel for almost a year now, and in this year she did not get monetized yet. She is I would say she needs your support, so please help her get there. Only 380 subscribers left. Please subscribe to her channel, and of course her music is not for the taste of everyone, because each music is not for the taste of everyone. It's impossible that everyone would like every music, you know, in the world. But it's definitely my cup of tea, and I totally fell in love with her music, with her talent, and I bet that a lot of you, after you will listen to the songs that she has on her channel in a good quality sound, because damn, these programs that we connect with, that we make calls with, they distort sound a lot, and it sounded much worse than it is for real. And I listened to Aziza's concert in real life so many times, because she's coming to Kyiv at least like once per 2 months, and people in Kyiv like her music. They invite her to the concerts, and she's performing here. So if you're here in Kyiv someday, check her channel for the announcements of the stream. She might be in Kyiv, and you may hear her live. I know that a lot of our community members are traveling to Ukraine time to time, so you really have the chance to hear her live. What? Subscribe to the channel, and that's basically the best thing you can do right now. I won't be promoting more stuff. You can actually go watch Aziza's concert live on her channel and learn it all there, how you can support her, maybe financially, maybe with spreading her music, and if you enjoy it, you will definitely want to spread it, believe me. Okay. One last thing to mention. I sent the link to Aziza's concert to Starsky, the one we did in a studio called Lanet Production here in Kyiv. And that one has a fantastic sound. It also has like a professional video with 2 or 3 cameras. Yeah, I think 3. This one is professionally made by that studio employees. They do a great job. And we're planning to do another one like this in just 2 weeks, on 25th of July. We are going to do such concert. It's going to be on my channel, and we will what? You will understand how good it will be. I think this is actually, yeah, Ellie sent that link to the chat, guys, like 10 messages above the bottom. This is the one Rick is talking about. Here it is, guys. Yeah, check that concert and you'll understand everything. Okay, I shut up. I'm really dedicated to promote Aziza, because, guys, she is so talented. You are only about to learn the extents of how talented she is, because you cannot learn it from the first meeting with her, but from the second, third, you completely understand everything. You see, guys, I can talk forever. I have this unique ability. I'll be back. I'll do a bathroom break. You guys keep talking. Thank you.
And this is why I like you, Rick, because I can use this opportunity to vape. I just feel so emotional, after all the songs that they're still in my head. And by the way, we already have comment from Sophie there in the chat who says, retired music teacher here. Aziza understands music in ways I never could. I'm learning, which is impressive. And also, it wasn't me asks, does Aziza also share her experiences and thoughts on her channel? Aziza, do you do streams and basically do you do videos on your channel dedicated to the situation, expressing your inner thoughts and things like that?
Yeah, that's first I want to say thank you so much, Rick, for your great supporting, for your great trust in this music, in this art. Thank you, hug you so tightly, and yeah, in general, through I talk about Ukraine, about our time, about my nation, about our heroes in the past, in the modern time, through my music and through the art. So after the concert, we have the conversation with my friends who visited my stream, and I try to explain a lot of topics, new topics, something that I met in this time, because it's always we always have something that we can share with people from another countries, because our every day, every our day is different, with different situation, and I want to explain a lot of things from my eyes, because in some moments I really believe that nobody can explain something about my nation like me, because I have a really interesting experience, and especially through the art I also try to, because I'm drawing too, and I'm try to explain this time, and I even call this my direction of art, щоденник моєї смерті, how to say, diary of my death, it's right,
The
that,
diary of my death, yeah.
Diary of My Death, because it was this title, this name appeared in the beginning of Full Scale War, because I was ready to die in general, and it's like also about death of illusion, and death of everything that uh, was really not real, and you can understand it step by step, and also we we have such understanding that our soldiers, our warriors that are on the front line, they understand this time like most um, um, they understand absolutely this time, because they saw this time without no without lie. That is why it's really hard sometimes to live in civilian life, because on the front line you can see everything in real colors, and sometimes it's absolutely not, sometimes, but it's absolutely not beautiful. And that is why I want to be near with soldiers, near with my friends, near with Ukrainians that have to fight, have to do everything, have to give over health for this moment that I can explain you about myself, about my nation. And that is why every moment is so important, and every word that I can say to you for me is very important. That is why I'm a little bit nervous, because I really believe in the power of our hearts. It can inspire people, and in this moment we can be together and can be stronger in this time.
I agree with you. I have a different question. Imagine people listen to your songs, for example, our dear viewers, our family there in the chat. Do you think Ukrainians and Crimean Tatars, when they hear your music, do you think they hear it in a different way from people in the chat, from people who haven't experienced the war?
I think yes. Um, it's a difficult question because we have different nations, different people, and different personalities. Because sometimes, even when I met the rollers, the friends of the rig, they're very near. They're they understand so great our fight and our time. Of course, it's because Rick did great job and work and explain this time, this culture. Of course, it's because these people also had own experience. Is because I understand that if I didn't see the war before the occupation of Crimea and before the full-scale war existed in this world. So we had such we in general, we still live in the world of our grandparents. We still live in this world where all the stupid mans did shit things like Trump and like Putin and like another generation that didn't generations that didn't give the opportunity for new generation for changes for creation another world. And we still our history of the World War II didn't end because if Nazi German answered of every crime that they did with the people, Red Russia and Russia never answered, never, never like re-
Repent, yeah,
repent.
basically.
They're similar. They were same criminal people in the past, and we just uh, live in this world of that don't understand this in the past. They didn't understand this, and they saw that Russia, even now, you can find new generation that feel romantic feelings for communism, for this world that are opposite for capitalism, for this world of countries that have long time democracy, and it's really crazy things. And um, I just I can understand that we will live in one world because of the internet, because of different new, opportunities that we can broke the borders. But really, something inside in Ukraine can understand only Ukrainian, because um, it's something that we can feel through our blood, through our skin. We can see it in the eyes of our people, and this is why I want to share this experience, something that we can save and share with people through my music and art. And also, there are Crimean Tatars and Ukrainian, and it's also something that can say Crimean Tatar cannot say Ukrainian because it's another civilization. It's something more, it's another melody. So melody also has own philosophy, and I really believe also that Crimean Tatar changed Ukrainian a lot, and Ukrainian changed Crimean Tatar a lot, because when my family began come back into Crimea, we begin to live in Ukraine, in Ukrainian Crimea, with Ukrainian rights, with Ukrainian language. Even in my school, we had only 2 hours Ukrainian language and Ukrainian literature. Ukrainian literature changed me a lot. So that is why I also believe in Ukrainian culture, because it's not like Russian culture. Ukrainian culture really say about the freedom of the nations. Ukrainian nationalism, it's about how to defend our own culture and give the opportunity to live a free life for another nations. And this has inspired me too much. Ukrainian inspired me too much, and exactly in that moment, I want to like show my people, Crimean Tatars, this beauty of Ukrainian, and show Ukrainian beauty of Crimean Tatar. And I want that we live in this love and trust each other and be together, because Russian propaganda is still very strong, and still some people don't trust Crimean Tatar. Some people of Crimean Tatar don't trust Ukrainian because it was big time of propaganda when Ukrainian didn't see Crimean Tatar friends because we are like Muslims and we are from another civilization, and Russian were like more closer to Ukrainian. And same thing was for Crimean Tatar. For us, Ukrainian were like more near with Russian, and so we were like opposite. But step by step, we are like in same moment we are with Ukrainian Tatar and Ukrainian were on one side because our dissidents like Mustafa Jemilev and Chernovil, they were together in Russian concentration camps. And if, for example, Chernovil will be president, not Kravchuk, maybe situation will be different. Maybe we'll be more together, and also Crimean Tatar had more rights in Crimea. But if Chernobyl will be president, Russian began this war much early. I'm sure because when Russia understood that Ukraine began to be more independent, begin to be want when they realized that Ukraine wanted to be together with Europe, without corruption, with all opportunities of free world. They began this war. They occupied Crimea. They began the full-scale war. So it's very interesting question. It's like we can understand each other, but in some moments we are a little bit far away, and that is why we have to fight. We have to explain a lot of things, a lot of details, and even me, I lost a lot of my knowledge about my nation. So I know more about Ukrainian culture than Crimean culture. So I try to research. I try to find this identity, because only when I will find my identity, I can be human. Not in the universe. Not like I am human, so I can be human. No, when you lost your roots, when you lost your history, you are nobody, and you will never. You just will be like an instrument of another empire that use you.
I completely agree with you. In Ottoman Empire, they had like Yanichari, right? Basically, people without past. But that's like a different story.
And
I just
I want to also say, I'm sorry, that also this experience of colonization that Crimean Tatar had and the Ukrainian had this experience of colonization, we can share this share uh, share with these ideas how we can resist, how we can fight with this with another nation that has this history of colonization. So we can, in this way, we can understand another colonized nations in Europe, in United States, also understand how to another nations fight in the states that have no rights, no, like in, for example, it's very interesting topic about Uyghur, that a lot of Uyghurs now in the Chinese concentration camps. So our experience can help world to be more healthy in this way. So
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you mentioned Vyacheslav Chernovil. I think that I need to explain to our viewers that when Ukraine became independent and Soviet Union collapsed, there were several candidates for the president in Ukraine. There was Leonid Kravchuk, who was basically like former secretary of the Communist Party in Ukraine, and there was Vyacheslav Chernovil, a dissident who was repressed by the Soviet regime, as well as Mustafa Jemilev from Crimean Tatars. The Ukrainian guy Vyacheslav Chernovil was also repressed back then. He was a dissident, and they were running for the elections. And of course, Vyacheslav Chernovil mysteriously died in the car crash that, again, was very, very sketchy, and I believe it wasn't properly investigated anyways. But that guy was a hope for Ukraine, I would say. He was a hope not only for Ukraine, but also for Crimean Tatars. And unfortunately, he died, but he was the one who could really unite Ukraine from Zakarpattia to Donbass and basically turn Ukraine into a free, democratic, corruption-less country that we all dreamt about. And But by the way, speaking about the Crimean Tatar music, for example, we are in the car with my lady. She's Persian. She's a Muslim Persian, and when I play to her the Crimean Tatar songs, for example, Jamala 1944, she's like, well, yeah, not like, yeah, sounds nice, sounds cool, but when I listen to this, I'm freezing and burning at the same time, because those words, even though I don't really understand them, but I feel them so much, they just punch through my heart directly, and I'm just freezing in the same place, because I can feel the pain in those words so deeply and so much, because we are the part of the same family, basically. We've all went through this, and there's Rick joining us again. Welcome back, bro. I wanted to ask you probably a philosophical question as a musician. How do you think can a lullaby still exist in a country that hasn't slept in years?
Mm, can you explain a little bit more this question?
Чи може колискова існувати в країні, яка не спала вже кілька років?
Wow, it's very philosophical question, really.
Oh yeah.
Mm, if it's a lullaby song, will be in same time, because I really like such type of music, because lullaby song is always for me not about just sleep. Um, it's a magic song about the death too, because how the night, like if we are talking about philosophical things, night is also about the end of the life, end of the day. It's night, it's darkness, and it's this song help us to resist, help to us to be not don't afraid of the night. So when the mother sings this song to the child, it like make this moment peaceful, and it's like dialogue with a death, dialogue with something that's really magic. And I like the night in general, and I like the darkness and the dark music because of this, because in this moment you can find deep feeling, you can find the power, and you can really see the light, like light of the stars, light of the universe, like of something that we cannot explain with our small mind, because in general we are small in some moments. We cannot explain a lot of things, even to our children. And if if this song can be like instrument of fighting, an instrument of when you singing коли ти оспівуєш життя, how to say in English, when you sing about the life, when it's like prospers the life, when you begin to be deeper and stronger personalities. I'm sure that it possible. And in the Ukrainian culture, we have a lot of such examples, because a lot of Ukrainian songs are genius. Like Crimean Tatar songs, also I think genius, but Ukrainian songs, when I found bibliothèque of Ukrainian old songs, it's like something incredible. These songs are so cosmic, amazing, and you can find a lot of great wisdom of this nation. And this song can be a great weapon against the dark time, because through the music we can be together, and we can defend our identity, generation, and meet the morning, meet the sunshine, meet the sun, and meet another time, new time for us.
Thank you so much for your answer. You know, I wanted to ask you what to you personally. What is the hardest part in terms of making songs? Is it the music, the lyrics, finding inspiration? What is the hardest, the most difficult part?
Mm, to create songs is my favorite acting. I love to do it. It's always joy for me. Mm, it's always incredible, and when I can feel this honest moments of creation, I feel that I have the sense of the life. I feel that I can breathe. I breathe. I feel that something really important can be here, and so every moment that when I can find the time for this, when I can stop for music and can do it, because in general I'm happy to do it all time without stop, because I really somebody who says that inspiration can come to you only through the work when you work hard. And before the full scale work I work more. I write the lyrics every day, I draw every day different. I always train myself, train my I from the morning I wrote the lyrics. So I try to, so it's like exercises, and I never uh mm, said something, oh it's bad or it's good, like oh it's not good. I just make something, make, and then after the time I can understand, oh this is interesting. Or for example in the moment, oh my god, it's very honest, it's very I can explain how it's was born. So it's just appeared and just begin to be part of myself. Maybe if we are talking about Crimean Tatar language, it's also blessed time when I begin to do it. So I begin to see the hear the music in Crimean Tatar language, but I don't know Crimean Tatar language good. And it's like just like playing with the words. So sometimes it's a maybe one sentence, and another part is a lot of words, and then I create this melody in Ukrainian language, and then I translate this Ukrainian text lyrics, and then I work with my sister that knew know Crimean Tatar language much better, and so we create translation together uh, of these songs. So I I really, it's very painful for me that I don't know Crimean Tatar language perfect. And sometimes I'm very sad that maybe even all my life I can spend for studying my language, because it's very hard for me, especially during the war, because you have no time. You have to do a lot of things, and for the studying of language, you have to do it only this thing, studying every day, because a lot of you have to spend a lot of time for another things, and you lost your attention. But I dream someday to know Crimean Tatar language same good like I know Ukrainian language, and don't think to think in this way, in this language, and create directly song in this moment in Crimean Tatar language. So it's not hard, but it's like when you feel a lot of feelings inside of yourself. But it's always precious time when I can stop and can do music, because the we have to do a lot of things to survive and to support our army, and yeah, something like this.
I see. Aziza, what inspires you the most? And do you feel like it's easy to make music, or you feel like sometimes you need inspiration, to give you a punch?
Uh, um, Everything inspired me. People, especially people, Ukrainian people, inspired me so much. Sometimes a person can say one word to me, for example, you or Rick or another people, one word, and this word like stuck in my head. And every yeah, I always say this word every I don't what is it in from this word can born new song, because it's like, I don't know, it's like sign, it's like something that knock to you, and you want to create something from this. Even playing on the instrument also inspired me, because the melody of instrument inspired me. Movements, why I also begin to create art and begin like, I'm in general by profession, I'm actress. But actors, like, uh, they do everything. They sing, they dance, and they create stories on the stage. But it's all about music, and it's like art also inspired me, because when you create a drawing, it's development for your brain. So the drawing, so create help you to create the lyrics, and lyrics also help to create music, because it's all one world. So um but in general, if you say about this time, I think the most the people and the Ukrainian fighting for this opportunity to create music inspired me so much. Because if I will lose Ukraine, if I will lose Crimea, I don't know, I could not create the music. I will stop. I will not do it, because I will lose everything. I don't know. It's like it's impossible in my mind. But I realize that Ukraine is the most important thing now, and Crimea together with Ukraine. And maybe I know exactly that it's about the world too, world, our world, because you can feel how we connected, how everything, our world, our small planet is really small. We live together. This nature is all about our life, so it's all also about the future, and about like this, the truth and feeling of this. When I touch something incredible in the people, in the person, in the music, it inspired me. I can feel that I can touch something that I want to save in my heart.
When you sing in Crimean Tatar language, do you feel like those songs are actually your letters to Crimea, to the land that was taken from you by the Russian terrorists?
Of course, because I have some one song, uh, Suleiman. It's like also the song has a different sentence, but one of the sentences um, that if even if even nation could not understand me, I'm happy that one person could understand me. But in general, this song about the love to the nation. So it's like uh, uh, wish to be together with nation. I wanted my nation will understand me. I wanted my nation will hear me, and I wanted because we can create something for yourself, but it's not true, because we create it for another people. It's like the songs can be alive in your hearts when you can hear the songs. Not like I can do it in one room and be happy. No, I'm happy when you can hear the songs in your heart, and when Crimean Tatar can understand it and can feel it, and if they can be inspired by these songs, can this make me happy? This make me, and when a new generation said to me, uh, it was really great, and I support your music. It is really important. It inspired me too. Um, and it's really message for them.
Thank you. We have a really interesting question from It Wasn't Me. Do you think that your understanding of different languages changed your way of thinking?
Of course, the most important thing that I realized during this war, full-scale war, that language is matter. Language changes everything. Language is a way of thinking. And when I sing in Crimean Tatar language, it's another way of singing. It's a when I'm learning this language, I realize that it's another vision. The part of the like the construction of the sentence is absolutely another than the Ukrainian language. So these people are thinking in another way, and I can understand it only when I'm studying this language. And English language is another a way of conversation, another senses, another no mm, sounds, because it's in other sounds inside of you, and sounds are everything. So really, my songs that in different languages are a little bit about different me, and also it's about something that we have in common, because um, I want also I'm for example I mix in a lot of songs different languages, for example Arabic, Tunisian with Ukrainian, or for example Korean with the Turkish language. So I mix for understanding that we are all humans, and so we have a lot of in common, and in that way we can be together. And the most important to be on the side of the freedom, and understanding that it's very important to have rights, to fight for own rights. It's even sometimes more important than understanding of language, because or be from one religion. So not um I want that we will, for example, support another Muslim, not because they are Muslims. Like I will support Muslims in any case if they are like killed another people, but they are Muslims, so I will support. No, we can support only somebody who defends same um, um,
Values.
yeah, values, because we can be on the one side in this big fight, because we have a lot of countries that have big problems with the leaders, with the with a understanding what is wrong, what is right. And so we have to be together and find our partners. So through the language, I try to find our partners to explain. For example, I was with my performance, theatrical performance in Tunisia, and try about colonized Crimea, and try to explain through this topic about how we can be together, and how it's very wrong to support Russia if even they have more, uh, you know, um, Muslims or something like this. No, we can be together only when we want to defend our world with a future.
Um, I 100% agree with you. And I wanted to ask you something different. What something, I don't know, something small, maybe even silly, brings you joy or peace besides music at this time in Ukraine?
Um, Besides music, it's art and dancing and theater, but streaming, because I began to stream um, till the COVID time, because in the COVID time I could not make the even I began to a little bit earlier than COVID time, but exactly in the COVID time we could not make the big concerts, and I began to stream. And streaming is a very great way of connection, creation, because you can speak with the people from all the world, and you can find a lot of friends, and you can share with you can you just you have your world. You can create something from your heart, something special about you, about your world. And I like it so much. I like to speak with people, and for me it's very safe place, because it's because I like to be alone in same moment. I like to be alone, create the music, be like in a small room and nobody touch me. In same way, I like to be with people. I like to spend the time with people, especially when you can meet in such way really amazing people that you will never meet in the real like offline, because we are very far from each other. And really think that this time is blessed because of this, because we can be united in this way, and we can share truths, we can share something really important. Because not like somebody said that, phones or internet is so bad, people cannot be outside on the with the nature. But no, everything can be like for good and for bad, and it's great to be here for good reason. So streaming I like so much. And of course books, to read the books, different literature. mm, yeah.
Yeah, we have such a beautiful commentary there from Reynold. I lived in Germany, Poland, US, and Luxembourg. I visited Kenya, Ukraine, and several other countries. People are great everywhere, just some don't want to understand the beauty of cross-border friends. And like you do understand this. Basically all of us understand, me, you, Rick, we all understand how cool it is. Yesterday I had a stream. I spent 3 hours speaking. To Rick it doesn't matter. He's like, ha, noob, 3 hours. But I had literally a 3 hour long stream on my birthday with like the best community in the world, because people were torturing me with different words in their language, and I tried to pronounce them, and I failed so dramatically. But it was so cool, when you understand that you have friends in any given country of the world, and you will be happy to see them as much as they're happy to see you. But because we are on my channel, and we slowly move to the topic of food, what is your favorite cuisine? What is your favorite cuisine? And what is your favorite food in general? What can you eat like 24/7 and be happy?
First, hayırlı yaşlar olsun. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
um, um, hmm. My favorite cuisine is banana. I like coffee so much. I can drink coffee 5 times, 10 times per day. I like rice. I like simple food, rice and salad with tomatoes and something like this. Cheese, fish. We had really interesting Crimean Tatar cuisine, and we also had this story history how because of deportation we lost a lot of secrets of our cuisine because old people died. You know that when they deported us, like 46 percent, near 46% of my nation died in the time of the deportation in the first years of living in these camps in Uzbekistan. And a lot of cuisines we lost, and we had a lot of cuisines from Uzbekistan too. For example, in my family, we had a lot of cuisine from Uzbekistan, like pilaf, for example. And I really like food that did my father. He was amazing on the kitchen. He did amazing uh, stuff, how to say in English. So it was really tasty. It was really with good heart. So mm, now I'm a little bit ascetic in this way. I'm so sorry, but I don't care about the food sometimes. But I like something fresh and simple, and yeah.
I
That's
think one of the favorite foods of Aziza is Greek salad. Just veggies, with maybe a bit of cheese, because when we went to some dinner, sometimes she ordered that one many times, and it's really hard to make Aziza eat something. She usually doesn't like that. She's all in music, all there, right, Aziza?
Yeah, I like to eat it. It's like it's a life. I have to eat. Just I don't know what's wrong with me, but every year with my music, I begin to be not. I lost attention for some stuff in my life, and it's bad. You know, you have to be you have to have responsibility about everything because it's. But sometimes I'm lost attention, and I'm like always in the processing of creation something, or and it's sometimes it's really not good, but I like to meet friends in such moment and share with these friends this process of eating with good friends, with friends who I can trust and love, and it's really great because it's really food for me. It's very private thing, so it's something that
Mhm.
um, you can share with your friends only.
Yeah,
I
actually, totally. Yeah,
For
sorry.
me,
see.
sorry, like from my world, it is like this.
I remember the last time I've been to Crimea, it was like 2008, 2010. One of the things that I remember very clearly, again, we switched to the food topic, right? Was that we were in Yevpatoria and we went to Gizlov Gates. uh, yeah, and it's like an old fortress, like mini fortress. That was a gate basically, and inside of this place you can taste coffee the way Crimean Tatars drink it, and because generally the way I drink coffee, I literally take like a jar of sugar and I put water with coffee inside and I just mix it because I like it with the sugar a lot. But there you have like a tiny cup of coffee and you have those like candies of different color that they're like very sweet and you have to like drink and eat them at the same time, which was very unusual to me. That's not the way I got used to.
Yo, you know, you're a lucky person. The best coffee in the world is in Yevpatoria in Kislev because really, it was that I visited this place too, and I live. I'm from this city. I'm from Kislev, and it's the best coffee in the world because we have really our coffee is a I forgot how to translate in English, like precious values of Ukrainian culture. So it's in the list because coffee in Crimean Tatar culture is not only about the drink; it's about traditional way for meeting, for different holidays, for different moments. We use different coffee, and this coffee is so for me why it's so great because in coffee. For Cremita, it's important to feel a real taste of the coffee, and that is why sugar is outside, not inside. So you can drink the coffee and you can eat the sugar, and also inside is kaymak. Kaymak is like how to explain is like fat, like a little bit fat, a little bit with solone. How I
Salty.
forgot.
Salty.
Oh,
Mhm.
salty, yeah. And it's bring really great balance in the coffee, and it's really tasty, and I like it. I also drink like you. I can drink all coffee of kind like very bad coffee, good, better, but this coffee is so great. I like it so much. And about this place, we have this like a place where you can drink coffee, and in front of this also restaurant. And this restaurant very stylish. You know, they have this clothes like Crimean Tatar. But I remember that the food in this restaurant was really bad, so it was very expensive food, but not tasty at all. And near with this place with a coffee, like inside, like in the garden, how to say, near the mark was another place, just outside. You know, very with cheap design. Yeah, and in this place also work Uzbek people and Crimean Tatar people. So it was Uzbek cuisine and Crimean Tatar cuisine. It was super cheap and super tasty. So like precious thing, sometimes you could not find in a very luxury places. It just for people who want to maybe feel it's themselves like, oh, I mean, very beautiful, but sometimes precious can be can hide from your eyes, and it can be real world and real taste of this culture and real the taste of this cuisine.
Absolutely. What do you think about Musafir?
Oh, it's really I can say a lot of things about Musafir. How to say? Musafir, it's great business. So they created great management. It's has like tasty food, not bad. But for me, it's a little bit not um, like natural feeling. So when I visited Musafir, I'm not at home. So it's like maybe like perform like theater, like place where you can feel some vibes from Crimean Tatar culture, and maybe it's good for Ukrainian like Musafir so much. I met a lot
Oh
of Ukrainians
yeah.
that Musafir is the best with the food, with everything, how they manage everything, how you came and they directly bring to you hummus. Says that it's like if even you don't want to eat. So it's really interesting. Really, they created really great um,
Franchise.
but franchise. But um, I don't feel myself like in Crimea. It's more tourist, like not touristic, like more not for Crimean Tatar, but Crimean Tatar also visited. So I have a lot of meeting with Crimean Tatar in Musafir. Maybe because of music that you can hear also, and some, of course, of the because of cuisine, because you can find a lot of Crimean Tatar cuisine in Musafir. But I really dream about some place when I can that where like I found in Crimea, if Kislev. So not so, you know, beautiful and luxury, but something that I can say, yeah, it's real place where I can be relaxing and I can feel my home. And I know some place in Lviv, uh, Krymsky Dvorek.
Mm.
So, and this is Krymsky Dvorek. It's like in one small room, and in this Krymsky work one woman that created that like does this food and also created oven Crimean Tatar cuisine. So it's really I like such places, when small and maybe not so big, and like maybe in the future she will be bigger, but now it's very I think it's very good place. But I didn't visit this place. I I dream I will visit this like in the next year or in the summer maybe. So it will be great.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a question in the chat. What is Musafir? So Musafir, and the spelling is correct, by the way, is basically
Oh.
like a network of Crimean Tatar restaurants. Well, they position themselves as Crimean Tatar restaurants. Which me and Rick, bro, I think that you will agree with me that it's like
Oh yeah.
really, really good place in
It's a
terms of
mecca. It's
yeah,
mecca.
in terms of
Mecca is
food,
a good
because
place.
I would order like meat with meat, like, and I would combine it and eat it together. The shashlik is really good. The rice smells so good. I don't know what they do with it. It's like, my God, basmati rice. But it's even like it smells even better than usual basmati. Yeah, when you cook it, and you order like shashlik and basmati rice and coffee. I remember the last time I've been to Musafir, I ordered coffee, and I'm like, looking around, nobody's watching. I take that candy, I drop it in the coffee and start like trying to mix it together, and my friends look at me like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Are you like you crazy or something? And it didn't work, by the way. It didn't mix well, so I had to like eat it.
Guys.
But speaking of food, what is your favorite foreign stuff, if there is such stuff?
May I?
Yeah,
Please?
bro.
Guys, you made me starve badly after all this talk, especially about Musafir. This is my favorite, one of the favorite places in Kyiv to go. The food there is super tasty and also cheap. And there's awesome pilav there too, and chebureks, of course. So you know what where I'm going with it? Uh, I'm going to my fridge, okay, and eat something, guys. It's either you wait for me or you probably finish without me, okay? Because it's pretty late already, and I had this sleepless night until 4 a.m. We could not sleep because of Russians. They were attacking us heavily with Shahid drones, explosions, and that fucking buzzing. So before I go, Starsky, may I remind your community about the fundraiser I have, because we got stuck only today. Like, it was moving slowly but surely. It is moving forward. We're already on 28,500 euros. For what? For 3 trucks. And guys, there is this thing that if we raise another 10,500 euros in the next week and a half, one more unit will receive the truck. So if we won't make it until at that time, the only one unit of 3 units will get the truck. But if we raise the additional 10,500 euros, which is totally doable, I know that for mine and yours community combined, it's totally achievable. So guys, please check that campaign out. I think it was definitely posted already in the chat. Ellie, can you help us, please? Can you post the link there into the chat? You should have it from a few days ago. Guys, there are 3 awesome patches. One of them is also connected to the food, not Crimean Tatar food. I guess in the future we'll definitely have to create the patch with cheburek on it, I'm sure. But this time is borscht, so may the borscht be with you guys. With that Ukrainian spelling, that's how it should be. So please support that campaign. Please help one more unit get the truck in 1.5 weeks and not in 1 month and 1.5 weeks, because that's how much longer they will have to wait. Thank you for all your support that you have done already today. To Aziza's channel also, I can see 656 subscribers, still 344 people to subscribe to her channel, but I'm sure a lot of people will watch this stream and recording and subscribe after. So you can find Aziza's channel in the description of Starsky's stream. It's the first link there. Yeah, actually the first one. And the fundraiser that I mentioned is already in the chat. Aziza, you are, I don't know, I told you many times that your art, your music is blowing me away, and my goal, Starsky, I didn't tell it here right now, is I'm basically Aziza's promoter for almost a year now, and I think that she should be heard by millions of people, and the potential in her music and her art is still huge. She did not unravel it completely, and Aziza definitely can be enjoyed by millions of people and supported by millions of people. Guys, let's help her get there. Please become a subscriber. Check out her songs in recordings, especially from the first concert we did with her on her channel. It's the first like 20 songs, very good quality, and you can hear properly how good Aziza is there. Starsky, and before I go, I also want to give you the happy birthday wish, like in person. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I was watching your stream yesterday, like half of it, I guess, like first 1.5 hours, and then I jumped in for 10 or 15 more minutes to tell you, come on, Starsky, 2 more hours, you can do it. You're already live for 3 hours. And what else I wanted to say? That was really funny there, and I also wanted to thank you for sharing that story 3 days ago, about your family. It was mind blowing. It's such an interesting stream and story, and I also want to give you what the heads up um, for being a good storyteller, for exactly how you tell this story. You're really, damn, you're really good at this. So thank you for sharing that. And damn, I'm sorry that your family had to suffer as much as most of the Ukrainian families suffered from the Soviet and Russian plague. Yeah, the Russian Empire, then Soviet Union, which is also just a transformation of Russian Empire. And you also yourself is suffering from them. Damn it. So it continues. I hate to see it. And, well, happy birthday once again, man. What can I say?
Thank you, brother. We are in this together, and I don't know how you do it. Like 10 hours streaming. That is just something insane, bro. You gotta give me
anymore.
you gotta give me master classes sometimes in the future. Yeah, but you know, this trauma that was caused by Russia in all its forms, it's of course something that we all share. But no, brother, don't run away, because we are already past 2 hours of the stream, and I think it will be a good idea to let you guys rest and have some sleep, because again, tonight in Kiev, who knows what will happen. All right, so please be safe there, and I think we can call it a night, right? Aziza, is there anything you would like to tell to our family in the chat? Maybe there's some message that you would like to share with them.
I want to first say thank you so much for your fighting, for your supporting of Ukraine, for supporting of good side of this world, for supporting um, freedom and our future, our common future together. And thank you for these moments together that I can speak with you, can share with you my music. I really appreciate it. I thank you so much, Starsky, for this time, for this opportunity, for your story, for this moments when we can meet each other, because it's really very very great. And I don't know if we could meet in another time, and it's really important for me to touch this world, to be together. And thank you so much, Rick, with all my heart, for everything you do and did for Ukraine and for my music and for the future. I love you, friends. You are together with us, and for me it's a lot. It's a lot, because I know how it's hard to live peacefully life and be not indifferent, because you can lose the connection with the reality. And you did much more even sometimes than Ukrainian and Crimean Tatars, and you inspire me so much to be better. Thank you so much for this great honor to be together, for this night, for next day, because of your supporting. Because of your supporting, we are still fighting. We are still here, and I can create and I can share with you and with my friends, with my relatives, my thoughts. It's so great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aziza. Thank you, Rick. Aziza, thank you so much for your music, for sharing your emotions, your feelings with us. It was amazing experience. I feel privileged to have you on my stream. And to our dear friends there in the chat, I would like to say big thanks to everyone who supports Ukraine, because this is the right cause. And guys, it's very simple. Because you support Ukraine, people in Ukraine can see tomorrow. They can live to see the next day. And due to your support, there are people you will never meet in your life, but they will wake up tomorrow. They will go to school. They will go to their job. They will feel some kind of joy from the day that they will live, because of your support. This is that simple. And I would like to say big thanks from the bottom of my heart to you, my friends, for supporting my people. It's very, very important. Thank you so much, my dear friends, Rick, Aziza, and our dear family, all the members of the channel, our dear moderators, and everybody else who supports Ukraine. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. As always, be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.